United were definitely in the mood at the Amex. 3-0 winners on the night with a thoroughly dominant performance right across the board. 12 attempts on goal, 6 on target, with 62% possession. And there's no doubt who the most influential performer was against Brighton. Here is United's 2-goal hero, Bruno Fernandes.
No. Seeing the reaction obviously on Zoom is fantastic.
Those are the United fans watching on from right around the world, and just look at the impact Fernandes has had. 8 appearances in that time. He's been involved in 8 goals, 5 goals scored directly, 3 assists, total shots 30, and that is telling in itself, and that is so much more forward thinking. He drives those around him on.
Do you know what? I think Kevin De Bruyne is the best midfield player, probably definitely in the Premier League, in the world. But from Fernandes arriving, I think Fernandes has been at that level of influence. You know, obviously he's got to sustain that for a long period of time. Yeah. But in terms of influence, I think he's at that level of Kevin De Bruyne.
Only because players around you, when you see a player coming in that's doing what Fernandes is doing, you up your game.
Who was the last United player to have such an impact in such a short space of time during your time there?
Cantona?
Yeah.
Rooney when he came in. You know, you talk about the great Manchester United players that have been brought in. Cantona had probably the biggest influence of all time. And you'd think that now United have got a long time without winning a league title. At the moment, he's lit up the whole place. He's lit up the whole place. He's making everybody around them better. I still think he's got a long way to go. There's them winter months, January, February, where it's cold, the pitches are bad. But at the moment, his impact is phenomenal.
Dion?
No, agreed.
You mentioned Cantona when I asked you that.
Yeah, I think somebody got injured, I think. I can't think at the moment. Yeah. Somebody got injured and Cantona came in.
You're not talking about yourself, maybe, Cat, do
you? But he came in, didn't he? Cantona came in.
He did,
and he changed everything. And the beliefs of what United could achieve changed. Fernandes is coming, and the way that Man United are playing has changed. Every single player around Fernandes now is playing better.
Yeah. The narrative around United has changed during the course of this season as well, because early on in this campaign, United were forever struggling to break down those deep lying defences, and now you've got somebody who can press and probe and find a finish alongside Pogba, which is giving them a whole new look.
I think that's what they have been missing, the link between midfield and attack. The forwards have been missing some kind of creativity. You know, the person that finds the pass. You look at the great teams; they all have someone that can unlock the door, someone with a bit of creativity. And I think probably over the last 7 years, that's probably been the missing, probably biggest chink in terms of sign someone that can win you a league title, sign someone that can unlock the door, sign someone that can connect the whole team. At this moment in time, I don't want to go too overboard, but at this moment in time, is that good? Because his stats prove that.
Yeah. And have they got enough right now in their armoury to challenge the likes of City and Liverpool for the title next season, or do they need to add to it?
No. Listen, if you're a Man United manager, you have to look to keep bringing in quality. You have to. You have to still want to achieve. Right now, Man United still need an out-and-out centre forward. You know, Martial's now got himself a hat-trick and played decent today, but they do need a 25-goal-a-season man, and they haven't got one at the moment. Agala's been great. He's coming. Rashford's now. I don't know how many goals he's got, but he's now starting to score goals. Rashford, you know, so they're all chipping in, but they need to chip in with a striker that's scoring 25 goals. So an out-and-out striker for me is a must. And I'm talking top of the tree. I'm talking Harry Kane. I'm talking, you know, Mbappe. I'm talking the best.
If you think of the front three for City and Liverpool over the last 2 years, you've had Sane, Sterling, and Aguero, all probably 20 to 30 goals. Liverpool 20 to 30 goals. United is 10 to 20. So Greenwood I think is nearer to 20. Rashford and Martial nearer to 20. If they had another 10 goals each, or at least 5 and another 10, all of a sudden United can challenge. It's the goals where I think that they need. Whether Martial can get another 10, like we said before the programme, the jury's still out. Marcus, is he ever going to be prolific? We don't know yet, but there is a player in there that we think is going to be world class. And Greenwood, I think he's young, that maybe you persevere, but somebody's got to get to that 30 goals a season mark.
Well, Greenwood, let's not forget, opened the scoring at the Amex Stadium with this fabulous jinking run. And the finish itself wasn't too bad either.
No, just very confident young lad. You know, if you do give him the opportunity to run at defenders, he'll take it. He very rarely wants to chop back and keep it. He's very one-track mind. How can I get a shot off? How can I set somebody in? No, I just think it's really good. I think, you know, Stephen's there, he mentioned that Stephen should really be on that side. Therefore, Greenwood can't go and attack, I think it's Dunk there. But the crossover, look at the step overs, 1, 2, and he's making the defender go left, he's making him go right. The goalkeeper's trying to see where the ball is, so everybody's moving their feet. Keeper gets caught on the near post. He won't be happy with that, the keeper, but the strike itself was good.
You know what's interesting? There's been lots of talk about Jadon Sancho, and we see the fans again. Jadon Sancho coming over to United, but if they don't get him, could Greenwood play in that role?
Look, I think the right side is an area that I don't think United have had a player probably since Antonio Valencia left probably 5-6 years ago. So I think he's a centre forward. I think he's playing on the right hand side or the left hand side because he's only 18. It takes him out of the limelight. There's no pressure. Playing Manchester United's number 9 is probably the biggest pressure in the business. I'm with Dion. I still think a number 9 is paramount, and I think Greenwood will eventually be a number 9, but at this moment in time, keep him on the periphery, let him just develop and learn. Sancho plays on the right or the left. It's a young English player. It's talented. It's speed. He will fit in with what Ollie's trying to build. I still think a centre forward is the one.
It's gamesmanish. He just needs games.
Yeah.
Just give him lots and lots of games. Trust him. Give him the game. See how he develops, and then make your decision.
Well, one man who trusted him to put him in the starting lineup today was the United boss. Here is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Ollie, congratulations. Was that the performance of a team full of confidence tonight?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're full of confidence and, of course, full of quality as well. I think the boys played some exceptional stuff. I think it's always hard to play against Brighton, Graham's team, to keep the ball well. We pressed well, and I think we started really well, and was just waiting for that moment to get a goal, and Mason's first was brilliant.
It was. You've been calling on your strikers, haven't you, to score more goals, even more goals to stay in the tean. How did you feel Mason Greenwood answered that call tonight?
I played fantastically. He's a young kid, and he's a special kid, so we know when he gets faced open, looking forward, he's dangerous. But then I thought his hold-up play and his general play as well, link-up play today was great.
Was it a goal that you would have been proud of?
Yeah, definitely. He's got a knack of that. He can go inside, he can go outside. He's just as good with his right foot as his left foot. So he's developing into a fine player.
2 more goals tonight from Bruno Fernandes. How enjoyable was that second goal, both the build-up and the execution, to witness as manager?
Well, you know, good defending on a set play, and we know we've got pace. We want to counter quickly. We want to go forward quickly, and great pass by Nemanja, great cross by Mason, and fantastically finished by Bruno. So very, very happy with all the goals, to be fair.
Bruno, congratulations. Did that feel like the complete performance from Manchester United tonight?
Yeah, I think it's not important if it's complete or not. The most important is the 3 points. We do a good game. I think we play well. The result is good. It's better because we don't concede goals again, and for us it's really important because we deserve, and our defenders, because are the guys who are in the back, and also David doing an amazing job today. You have two or three saves in the end, was amazing. So we are really happy.
2 goals up in the first half an hour. Was that just reward for a really, really positive start to this game?
Yeah, we know after the last game we play a lot of time in the last game, so we know we need to come on the game, and the first minutes will be important for us because we are fresh. We need to push forward to try to score, and after doing our game, being with the ball, having time with the ball also to doing what we're training.
You had a little bit of good luck on the first goal with the deflection, but Bruno, how special was that second goal, both the build-up and the execution?
So I was lucky in the first goal, but also the keeper was lucky in my first shot. The ball take the post, so I think I'm happy. So it was amazing, but it was a good job from Paul in the first goal. The ball come back for me. He knows I will be there to shoot. And the second goal was an amazing assist from Mason, amazing pass, and I do a good shot. Of course, I'm really happy for my goals, but I'm more happy for the result because the team deserves this, and we are fighting for the place in Champions League, and we know we can achieve this. This we want to be in the first places to be in the Champions League next year.
What a performance from him tonight. He's clearly very modest and very humble too, Dion.
It's just nice to hear that he's so good. He's getting goals, he's getting assists, but it's still not about him. And for him to say it as well as he's probably that kind of person. But he's said it out loud. He wants people to know it's not just about me and Paul. Yeah, we're okay, but other people, for us to do our job. He's mentioned Matic and McTominay and the other players. It's all about a team effort, you know what I mean?
He's classy, isn't he?
Yeah.
You know, he's classy on the pitch.
Yeah.
But his interviews are about Fred, McTominay, Matic, the people around him that actually give him the platform to play. And I think we'd all agree that Fernandes and Pogba are the star players. They're the ones. I mean, Dion made a great point. The minute that them two went off, we got a bit bored because the quality went off the field. They are the star players, but ultimately we said, I think Matic is playing really well and it's giving them the platform to play. He's a class act, and I think if he can maintain this, he could become one of the great players for Manchester United.
Interesting you say that, because after Pogba and Fernandes went off, Brighton seemed to fashion a couple of decent chances, which almost spoke volumes at the time. But let's have a look at the first of both of Fernandes' goals. I mean, a touch of fortune in the end, in that it came off a deflected effort, but he finds himself in the right positions, doesn't he, to score these goals?
He does. We spoke at half-time about that ball there went out. We'll probably see it again in a minute, but it's about the positions that he takes up. It's about the rhythm of the play, the passes that they take. You see, they're always combining with each other. They trust each other with the ball. They're playing with confidence, the three central midfield players. Shaw, I thought, had a really good game tonight as well. And it was just like it was the whole probably first 60, 70 minutes. Shaw gets to the byline, cuts it back, and when it comes to Fernandes, he gets a little bit of a deflection, a little bit of luck, but at the moment he's just riding the crest of the wave.
I think it's you see a lot. You see when players are scoring goals, and you look at the other side of their game, you do find that they tend to work really hard.
Does it all go out of play here?
It looks like it's out of play. I mean, we can't say 100%, but it looks like it's out of play.
Yeah, but obviously Greenwood's body shape is obscuring the ball from the linesman. And that was 32 seconds before the actual goal, so this is in a different phase of play at the time.
Just loads of movement, lots of movement, lots of options for the player on the ball. I actually thought it was offside, and then you looked at Dan Burn at the top of the screen there. His heel played Shaw run, and just watched Pogba's ball. Just rolls it into down to his right foot. Nice weight. It basically says, "Good, there you go, take it first time." And then oblige. You get yourself a minute goal. Made a huge impact, hasn't he?
Yeah. Huge impact with his goals, his assists, his play. Do you know what? I think if they keep Pogba and Fernandes fit from now to the end of the season, United got a great chance to finish in the top four.
Yeah. I think he plays and he speaks like a professional. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It was a professional performance by United tonight. Took the players off that were affecting the game, looked after them. But the whole thing about the performance was very professional.
We'll come away remembering the third goal, Bruno Fernandes' second, which was in many ways, Phil, vintage Manchester United.
It was. When you talk about the United of old, this is it. It comes to Matic, 2-touch out wide. This is Mason Greenwood. I think I said Rashford at half-time, but Mason Greenwood going down the wing, spots Fernandes at the far post, inch perfect. And that was unbelievable counter-attack play from one end to the other with speed, with quality. I mean, this pass from Matic, we've not spoke about Matic in this yet, but that pass is fantastic. And Greenwood, who I thought was great all night, Dion.
Yeah, just 2 touches. Matic, touch. 1 touch from Mason. And he has a little look up and he says, if I just leave it in front of him, he can come on to this. And you know what? Sometimes you don't hit them as well as you want to. Sometimes when you don't hit them well, they work out well. And that's exactly
I love this.
It's great.
I love this. This is one of the highlights for me since we've come back. Obviously, no fans in